Yo guys, how's it going? Mad Gaz here, and we're back exactly where I left off yesterday. This is part 4 of converting a car from GTA4 into GTA5 with just the basics tutorial. Nothing flash about this, just all the basics to get the car in-game so you can get an idea of how these things work. Now, the last video, I showed you how to make the wheel collisions. As you can see, we have the wheel collisions on there, and you're probably wondering why the car looks like this. Well, this is a collision model that came with the downloaded file, but I'm not going to be using that as I like to create my own, and sometimes these take a little bit more work to perfect them as well. I mean, they look pretty cool. You can probably modify them to work, but for the purpose of this tutorial, I'm going to be creating my own. So where we left off, we had the wheel collisions. Now we added them into here. We have the wheel collisions, as you can see there. Now we need to turn them into actual physical collisions for in-game. So what you want to do is just up at the top here in your structure menu is hit the collision button, like so, and select your first wheel collision. I'm just going to select that one and convert that to compound. And you'll see it is now a collision compound. And then you want to go up to the next one, RF, convert to collision compound. The next one, RR, convert to collision compound, all the while having the collision structure activated. Now the last wheel, convert to compound, yes, done, awesome. Now untick the collision compound just there. So we now have our wheels as full compounds. Now when you click the collision volume now, you see the wheels appear. Just like you would if you're clicking L0, L1, L2, and the collision will now appear. Now I'm going to get rid of all these other collisions on screen now because they are causing a little bit of chaos. So the chassis collision, that can go because we won't be needing that just yet. We will be using them eventually, but not just yet. Like I said, I would like to try and create my own so you guys can like see how they are actually created. But we are just going to disable all of these collisions. You can leave them if you want, guys, and just convert them to collisions like I did with the wheels. But I like to create my own. You might not want to. You might want to do it this way. But like I say, for everybody who wants to do things their own way, we are going to create our own collisions. Not this video, guys. This video, we are going to texture this bad boy. We are going to smack a texture on here like you have never ever seen. Right, so there we go. There's our model there. Now I use the 3D model view now to make sure we get the textures correct. The wheels look pretty good. Actually, those wheels are a little bit big. Those wheel collisions are a tad bit too big. So I'm going to go and resize them. I'm going to select my wheel R, untick that, go into properties, select the collision, sorry. Isolate it, structure on. I'm just going around the houses here to do these things. And we need to change that on the X axis. So I'm going to reduce that down to 20. And then on the y-axis, we're down to 30. And we'll put that one down to 30 as well. Click apply, unisolate it, and we will see what it looks like in-game. That wheel looks a lot better. So we know now if we change all those settings, we can turn them from 25 and the other two down to 30. Like so. That looks better. That is getting much nicer. Once again, select that one, isolate that. Oh, we've already isolated that one. We've isolated that one. We've got the front wheels now. 20, 30, 30. Like I say, guys, these are all just personal preferences to mine. When you're doing your own car, these parameters that we've added in already may actually work. That looks much nicer. That hugs the wheel a lot nicer, and it's a nicer size. Right, so we're going to texture this bad boy. So go up to the top of the screen, and you want to see Texture Browser. Click on that, and it'll load up. You'll see all of these different like parts of the car, different textures and stuff like that. So what you want to go and do, going back to the first video, I ripped these textures into our folder for the GTA5 car. We're going to add these now into the game. Just scroll through till we find them. We're going to go to where we had the folder originally. BW Golf. Whoop, sorry, GTA5. And there is our textures right there, like that. And all I'm doing is selecting all. Boom. Import them into the game, like so. And the game recognizes them. It doesn't recognize some of these blank ones. It doesn't replace them. I probably should have clicked replace, but it's 6 and 2 3s. You can go and replace each one, but I just added them in anyway. So okay on that. We are now, our textures are in game enough for us to get this into Grand Theft Auto 5 and to see what it looks like in game. May not drive perfectly, but it'll be in the game and you get a brief idea of what this car is going to look like. So the next thing you're going to do is hit Material Browser, which is next to Texture Browser. It's the little globe looking thing. And you'll see all of these different meshes. One seems to be already lit up, the tail lights and the indicator lights. I'm not entirely sure why they're lit up, but they are. Anyway, so these are the hard parts that people get wrong. So we have Suspense Mesh. All I do is I select Suspense Mesh, and with the globe with the little gear cog, I click that. I go down to GTA5, Vehicle Generic, and Vehicle Mesh. It is Suspense Mesh. We want the Vehicle Mesh to match it, like so. Like that. Now that is changing the suspension colors underneath. You can't see much changing at the moment until you double click on this to bring up the material properties. Or you could click this 3 tick box here. All I'm doing to do is scroll down to the detail folder. It's already added some of these in there because it's recognized the file automatically, which is pretty cool. So I'm just going to go to that one. But it's searching for under Forza norm DDS, and that's the file that's not loaded. Like I say, all you're going to do is scroll down and find the one that is loaded. So we're looking for Forza under DDS. Not DDS, sorry. This is just under Forza PNG. Like so. Add that into the car like that. And you saw on screen behind there, the suspension changed colour. Now I'm going to go down and do the next one for the mask. I'm going to add the same model for that as well, which will give that a nice colour as well. Tony Dirt, I don't even know what the hell that is. So that's looking for Tony Dirt. So if we scroll down for Tony Dirt in our colours, we will find it is here, Tony Dirt, like so. And as you saw on screen there, we'll close that box down. We now have some colour added. Obviously, it looks a bit black on the screen, but in game, it will look completely different. Right, next one, body badges. So we click that, again, go down GTA5, Vehicle Generic, and we are going to select badges, like so. And badges does not mean the actual badges on front of the car sometimes. It could just mean door handles and stuff. Once again, click the 3 tick and see what it's got selected. It's searching for the no damage BMP. We can just scroll down until we find that there. Or there may be a one that actually says badges that you could use. If there's no badges, go with the one that they said originally, which was the no damage. This one here, like that. As you can see, it's got badges in there anyway. So we select that, like so. And you saw on the screen there, it's slightly changed part of the door handle. And we can go down and select once again. We can select that because it's also looking for the DDS file. But we rip these as PNGs just in case you ever need to change some of these in Photoshop. So we're going to go down and I'm going to select that again. And one more time for the mask. We select it again. We can scroll around now. We can see if it's done anything. Sometimes it won't be like straight away visible what the model or what the texture has actually changed, but it will become visible once in the game. So with that out of the way, we can now go and select the next one, black interior. Now for this one, all you want to do is select the world again, GTA interior, go down, interior, and then double click or click on the 3 tick box there. And this is searching for a blank one. We don't want the blank one. There's an interior LOD somewhere in here, which is this one here. We're going to select that. Actually, no, that's black interior. You see? So you got to be careful when looking for these things. It's looking just for a black interior. Now, I'm pretty sure if it says black or blank. Blank. Black, blank. I'm getting myself confused here. So I'm going to select the plastic black because maybe that's what it's looking for. Black interior. Who knows? We shall find out anyway when I go down to select the mask and put that one as that as well. Now we can scroll inside the car and see if it changed anything. Right, well, there's nothing significantly changed through that one there, so maybe it was something different. But these are just trial and errors that you've got to do, guys, to make this work. Also, you can notice the black has appeared under the car. So maybe if you tick this on and off, you can see that that black is actually for under arches. So it gives you an idea to what to look for in the images. So I'm going to put that as the undercarriage because I believe that that's what it was looking for originally. Undercarriage, like so. And the same for the mask. Undercarriage, like so. So it's all about trial and error, guys, with these textures and stuff, because the different conversions sometimes don't have the exact places of where that looks a little bit better, I suppose. Black shine mesh. So like I say, you can just go through and tick these and find which ones you want. Add in all the different meshes and stuff. And when you get down to the wheels, you need it to be tire. And it'll tell you on the side, it'll give you the mesh, it'll give you the interior, and you just click through that. So I'm going to go through all these, add all in all the textures until the car's fully textured, and we can take it for a drive in Grand Theft Auto 5. Tune in just a moment. Right guys, there we go. I have literally added all the textures that were in that folder into the car. Some look a bit iffy, but I'm going to stick it in the game and see exactly what it looks like. It's very dark looking inside of here, which I suppose might not be too bad. Like I say, it's just a quick test to see if this car actually works in game. There's also a few little specs on the different parts of the car, but maybe in game it looks completely different. But before we do, one thing when adding custom paint jobs to cars, you'll notice that some of them say CRL --1, not the Q. I've just written that. What you want to do is change the CLR so it says paint -1. Now if you select this for an adaptation of vehicle paint 1, like up here you go vehicle GTA5 generic vehicle paint and select paint 1, that means we can now paint the car in Los Santos Customs with a custom color of our choice. And you can do this for anything. You can literally have a crazy Technicolor car. The rims wanted a color on there, but I'm just going to leave them gray for the time being. I'm going to click OK on this, and then I'm going to export this and see what it looks like inside of Grand Theft Auto 5. So to export this, all I'm going to do is, we have our name Ballista up here. I'm going to click File at the top, Export, find the location of where we want to save our file in the GTA 5, and you've got to name it Ballista, the exact same as what you're exporting as. And you should see at the bottom, it should say exported all loads, hierarchy elements 48, collision elements 18, materials used 51, embedded textures 0. And that is pretty much it. You have exported the car. Now I'm going to do this again. I'm going to rename that so it says Ballista High. Easy as that. And then I'm going to go and export this one more time. Ballista _high. Export. And it is as easy as that, guys. I'll save this. I'm going to open up Open1V, import the car into it, import the textures into it, and we shall test it. See you in a bit. Right, okay guys, what you want to do is once you've opened OpenIV, click on the little search button here and search for the Ballista car model, and that'll bring up all the locations it's actually stored, and we are going to replace the most recent Ballista. So if you drag this down, you get a rough idea of which is the newest and which is the oldest. So what you're looking for is the patch day folders. Now the patch day folder 2NG seems to be the oldest one for the Ballista model, and we're going to replace that. You could possibly replace all the mods in there, but we don't have any mods. So we want patch day 2. Oh, that's actually Ballista 2, fair enough. So we don't even need to replace that. If you see, I'll click on this and you'll see that it is the other Ballista car model, which we are not going to be replacing. We're going to be replacing the Ballista from GTA 5, not the one from GTA 4. So go back to search, and we are looking for the patch 1NG model. So Ballista High, here it is here. Now my model has already been replaced because I replaced it with my Ford Focus model from earlier on, like in another video. I'm going to just replace this with the one we have now. So hit edit mode at the top of the screen, yes, and get your folder with your files in where your Ballista is stored. Down the bottom here we go, Ballista YFT and YFT high version. Drag them across into here. Double click on it to see if it's loaded. And there we go. We have the Golf inside of Open1V. Now you're probably thinking, guys, what the hell? Where's the textures gone? Why aren't the textures on this lovely looking car? Right, so all you need to do to get your textures in is close that and simply find the Ballista YTD texture dictionary. And all you're going to do is double click on this. See, I've got my Ford Focus stuff in here as well. I'm going to leave it in there because it doesn't really matter because the game won't use these. So I'm going to import. I'm going to go find my textures from what we used to create the Golf with, which is here, GTA 5, and all the textures in here. Select those like so. Open. OK to all of them. And you'll see on the left hand side when this is loaded in, we have 119 textures in here, which is insane. You're not going to use that many. You could possibly delete the ones that you're not going to use if you want, but I may keep my Ford Focus in this game. I may not. I may just leave the Volkswagen Golf in there. But while this saves, it could take a while considering the amount of textures that you put in the thing. Done. Close that. Okay, and now I'm going to check the car one more time. The Ballista, see if it looks like a VW Golf that we saw. There we go. Look at that. It actually looks like the one that we saw in OpenV. There's a bit of a texture bug on the roof there. You can go inside of this with the mouse keys and stuff. and you can see what it looks like inside the car. It doesn't look too bad. Haven't done a bad job texturing it. Some of the textures are a little bit bogus, but for the most part, this car will be drivable and workable in GTA. And now if you notice, guys, you'll see no wheels have spawned. Now if no wheels have spawned, you've done this correctly. If you've got one wheel spawning up here, you haven't done it correctly, and you need to add the brackets, like I show you here. Where the hell is my wheels? The brackets to the wheel LF, and that will make the wheels disappear inside of Open 1V. So there we go. I'm going to load up Grand Theft Auto, see if this has worked. We're going to spawn in the blister, see if we've got a Volkswagen Golf, and if it does, woohoo, awesome. Tune in just a second. Right, okay guys, I have Grand Theft Auto 5 loaded up. I have my simple trainer menu up on the screen now, and I'm going to select to spawn the Dinka Blister, which should hopefully spawn our VW Golf that we've been working on. And let's just do it. Let's go. Boof! Just like so. There we go, guys. The VW Golf has spawned in. The handling is an absolute bag of shit, but that's because it's replacing the Dinka. But for the most part, this car looks pretty goddamn awesome. And we've done this, guys. We have done this ourselves through these tutorials I've showed you. Now, not everything is fully working on this. I will show you now, as in the doors don't work. You just literally step out of the doors. But that's just to work with the collision issues and stuff like that that I will go through in another video. But for the most part, you have created yourself a car that is fully working inside of Grand Theft Auto 5. Granted, some of the textures may not... What the fuck happened to that door? Yep. That door has gone batshit crazy. That's another thing we're going to work on next, guys. They're going to work on the rotations for the different door stuff. Let's have a look inside, see what the interior looks like inside. Not too shabby other than that fucking door doing a spiral attack on us. There you go, guys. That is an awesome way to start things off for you. You can see the brake lights work as well. See if our headlights work. Headlights work. Pretty cool. You have created yourself a Volkswagen Golf for GTA 5. I'm going to shoot these tires. Make sure that the tires actually work. That tire went pop. I'm going to just go back and fix the car. Sorry, shut the door. I'm going to check all the door menus and stuff as well, and shut all the doors, because, like I say, we need to go through and fix all the doors. But that'll come in another video. See if this tire pops. It's going to pop any minute now. Come on. Come on, baby. There we go. Tires popped and we're left with a rim. So this should work in your game, guys. We're going to go back and do some collision work on this in the next video. Quickly before we go, I'm going to show you the color change. See if you can actually change the color of this. Vehicle color menu. You could go to Los Santos Customs if you wanted to do this. And there we go. You can see the color is changing of the car. We have successfully modded a VW Golf into Grand Theft Auto 5. Your first mod. Feel proud of yourselves, guys, if this has worked for you. Like I say, follow my mods, follow my tutorials and stuff like that. Like this video, comment down below what you think. I'll be posting up the next couple of videos in the next few days. I'm going to take a break from this because I've showed you... Oh, shit! I want to show you guys how to get this fully working and fully modded using the doors and fix all the doors and stuff like that. But until then, enjoy this video, guys. Enjoy playing around with your mods, and I shall see you guys later.